So, what is a light worker anyway? That's a good question to start with the title today that light workers are not all light. And I know for myself that I can call myself a light worker. Um, that was probably the purpose I came down here at this time. I remember when I was a little girl, I don't know, early teens or something. I just remember that I was sitting on my bed one day and I was praying to God and asking to make me an instrument for light and for love. Little girls don't do that, you know, they're out there, whatever, playing, whatever we do at that age. But there was just something in me that prompted me to pray that prayer to God. And to this day, I remember it. It's been with me. So there was apparently something that prompted me to pray like that because a deeper part of me knew that that's why I came here for. And um, I was just available and I had no clue how to do that. And in a way, even today, I have no clue how to do that. But I do feel connected enough to let myself be fully guided in everything I do and to not uh, dismiss or ignore or undermine anything that comes through me. So, the reason that I have been able to come to this place is because as a light worker, I had a lot of layers of darkness, protection around me that made me doubt myself, question myself, ignore myself, put myself down, all the same things that everybody else does, because we are all born into the matrix. We're not born into bright light. We are probably, and I don't have a memory of this, but I would assume we are leaving the light to come into this place where darkness seems to reign in a big part, so that we can bring that light to the darkness. And we all know that darkness dispels just by being faced by light. Simple. But it's not so simple when we are born into the matrix, which is a thick layer of misidentification. It is as if we are not light. It is as if we are separate from God, as if we are separate from our light. So we may come down here as these little light and love beings, but then suddenly we have this shell around us like everybody else. And that is why we're here, to really shine light on that. And it has to start with ourselves, each and every one of us. Whether you call yourself a light worker or not, that doesn't matter. We are all born into this simulation, a thick layer of illusion, a veil, the false light, it's called, or the false matrix, which is not experienced as the purity of the light that we are. That's why, as a light worker, we're not all light, because we're also behind this layer. But that should not discourage us to own while we're here, to claim it, and to keep doing everything we can to move beyond this darkness so that our light can just keep shining, not by us necessarily doing anything different, although if that light has a specific way of us to function and to express ourselves, then we will know that, because when we are guided by the light guides us, like duh. And the work that we have to do is to learn to trust that more than the matrix on this false light that wants to convince us that we are not light, that there's something wrong with us. So the whole journey of a light worker, it may not be much different than people who do not identify with that. The work is probably the same, but again, in my own experience, my sense is that I came in with this prayer to be in service to the light and to love. And that is very alive in me, and it always has been. Well, not always. When I was born, I was definitely lost for a long time until this kind of came back online. And I do believe that is probably the same for all light workers, that we came in here being aware of this spark, but somehow we got lost in the darkness. But here we are. It's still here, and our own light has helped us move through a lot of these layers so that now we are able to shine that light more brighter. And that means that other people who are lost in the dark, whether they call themselves light workers or not, it doesn't really matter. I think it only matters when you really know that this is what you came here for, and then to really claim it and take it seriously and do whatever you can to come back to this and not let these layers of darkness, of deception, of misidentification get the best out of us, get the best out of you. It is really a matter of staying true with what you came here for, saying yes to the light that you are, the light that I am, saying yes to it over and over and over. The darkness is very powerful in its expression right now, but it is only powerful in its execution, maybe, when we give it power. So the power needs to go to the light and allow the light to guide us, to show us, to inform us, to empower us, to move through the layers that we have been identified with. But it's not just a one-time thing. I had a huge awakening back in Denmark in the late 80s. For several months, it was like humongous. It was life-changing. But, I still had to move all through all these layers. It was not like, poof, it's all gone. No, the darkness is here everywhere. And just because we have a light experience for however short or long it is, that doesn't mean that all the darkness will be dissolved right away. That is how I see it right now, is that's why all the light workers, we need to be true to this light and not get lost in the deception and the darkness. We need to do it together so it's easier to stay connected with it. And when we do that, there's a lot more light going out. What does that mean? A lot more darkness will dissolve. It sounds very simple, right? When I share it like this, well, it sounds simple to me, but it has taken me a lot of work to get to the place where I am right now. And I'm sure there's still a long way to go, but I am in a place where it's very clear what's going on. It's very clear what I'm here for. It's sharing this, it's connecting with others, and it is helping others to move through these layers. I've had a lot of help with that in my lifetime where I could not do that alone. Now I'm at a place where it feels like I can do it, but there's always, if there's something I feel really stuck in, and there are definitely times when that happens, I reach out. I've said this many times, and I want to encourage everyone to do that also. You can reach out to me, or if you have another trusted coach or healer or friend, reach out, grab their hand, and have them help you move through these layers of deception so that your light dissolves that. And in that, you're not going to change. You're just going to realize more of who and what you already are. And there might be a lot of inspiration and clarity in there that so you to remind you why you're here. Now let me remind you, you're here to shine your light in whatever way that shows up for you. And the way we do that is to stay connected to it no matter what. And there are times where it's very hard to stay connected to it. Then we just do our best. And as soon as we can, we reach out for help. Doing it with others is much easier. Doing it with others who are on that same trajectory, then everybody supports each other and everybody understands each other and everybody remembers why we're here because like, oh, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I kind of knew it, but I kind of turned away from it. So that is why light workers are not all light. We are all light, but a lot of that light has also been hiding and suppressed behind the matrix that we are born into. And the reason we're born into it is so we can shine that light and help the matrix dissolve more and more. Isn't that what you want?